Most students think revision means sitting at a desk, surrounded by highlighters, silently staring at notes. But learning doesn't have to look like that anymore. In fact, one of the most underrated revision tools for GCSEs today isn't flashcards or an app, it's a podcast. In this video, I want to show you how listening, something we all do naturally, can become one of your most powerful revision techniques. We'll explore why audio learning works, how to use it effectively. I'll also discuss how eLMS is using AI to turn your own revision notes or teachers' presentations into podcasts with dialogue and conversation in seconds. Let's start with the big idea. Learning is no longer confined to the classroom. Podcasts make knowledge portable. They turn a passive moment, walking to school, tidying your room, sitting on the bus, into a moment of progress. Science tells us that auditory learning activates different parts of the brain from reading or writing. When we hear ideas explained in a conversational way, our brains naturally form stories and mental pictures. That's why podcasts can make even complex topics, like chemical reactions or Shakespearean themes, feel human, memorable, and alive. But there's something deeper. Listening builds what psychologists call dual coding. You're combining words with mental imagery. That's one of the most effective ways to move information from short-term memory to long-term understanding. In short, podcasts don't replace revision, they enhance it. So, how do you make podcasts work for GCSE revision? Firstly, listen with intent. Treat an episode like a mini lesson, not background noise. Pause, reflect, jot down a single sentence summary for each idea. Match to your syllabus. If you're studying AQA history, search for podcasts that cover your specific topics. For example, medicine through time or the Cold War. Build a routine. Replace 20 minutes of scrolling each day with one podcast episode. Consistency compounds. Apply what you hear. After listening, try explaining the concept out loud to a parent, to a friend, or use it to answer a short exam question. Use podcasts to vary your input. If you've been writing all afternoon, give your brain a change of pace. Listen while you walk or make dinner. The key is active listening. Podcasts don't work as effectively if you zone out, but they are transformative if you tune in. Ultimately, podcasts aren't just about information, they're about mindset. They remind us that learning doesn't have to be rigid or painful or silent. The most successful learners don't just study harder, they study smarter. They use every available tool, audio, video, conversation, to keep learning alive and connected. And if you start using podcasts now, you're not just revising for your GCSEs, you're training yourself to be a lifelong learner. Clearly, podcasts work. EdTech companies like Seneca Learning offer podcasts across all subjects, as do BBC Bitesize. However, searching around for a good podcast that works for you or is designed for your exam spec can be tricky. That's where eLMS comes in. What if you didn't have to search for the perfect podcast because you could generate one yourself in seconds? That's exactly what tools like eLMS are making possible. With eLMS' AI learning generator, you can take your own notes, a topic summary, or even upload a full PDF of your textbook, and the system will instantly turn that material into a customized podcast. It's not just text-to-speech. It's AI-powered narration that structures your content into a clear, natural learning flow. You can choose your subject, tone, and length, and within moments you've got a personal audio lesson made just for you. Then, simply download the podcast and listen wherever and whenever you like. On your commute, during a walk, or while revising before bed. This is the future of revision, on-demand, AI-driven learning that adapts to you. Instead of scrolling for resources, you're creating them instantly. Alternatively, you can tap into eLMS e-learning content, now available on Udemy, and use it just like a podcast. Instead of spending hours scrolling through random YouTube videos, where a monotone narrator reads slides at you, eLMS gives you high-quality, structured courses that deliver the facts clearly and succinctly. You can treat them exactly like an audio resource. Press play, close your eyes, and let the learning sink in. Listen while you're lying down, walking to school, or winding down before bed. It's still revision, just smarter, calmer, and designed for the way you actually live. So, what does all of this mean for you as a GCSE student? It means that learning is no longer something you have to do at a desk. It's something you can take with you, in your pocket, on your playlist. Podcasts help you turn everyday moments into learning opportunities. They make revision feel lighter, more human, and more flexible. And with AI tools like eLMS Learning Generator, you're not just a listener anymore, you're a creator. It's learning that fits around your life, not the other way around. I've linked a 14-day free trial to the eLMS Learning Generator in the description, so have a go, upload a PDF, and listen to an AI-generated conversation in minutes. So, as you head into your next study session, remember this: revision isn't just about repetition, it's about innovation. Use every tool you have, your curiosity, your creativity, and yes, your technology, to make learning work for you.
Thanks for watching, and now a word from our prehistoric sponsors.
Apparently, everyone on my team is learning through podcasts now. It's what the cool kids are doing. I've started one podcast on fossils. Can't wait to find out where those come from. It all seems a little too personal so far.